Rose-colored glasses, take one.
Hi, I'm Dana,
And I'm Angel.
and you're watching Rose-Colored Glasses with Lord and Lady Logan.
In a world where people are quick to talk about the things they dislike, we want to keep it positive. So we'll be individually and collectively telling you about all the things we do like.
We hope you enjoy the show.
And if you do, please hit the subscribe button, tell your friends, and come back again. Hi everyone, I'm Angel Logan, and thank you for joining me today on Rose-Colored Glasses with Lord and Lady Logan. It seems as though life gets busier and busier between careers, studies, athletics, and other recreational activities. So that doesn't leave much time for keeping up with all of the household tasks that we need to do regularly. This is the reason that Dana and I have compiled a list of life hacks to share with you. We found that these expedite some of the things we need to do or just make life easier. For instance, in New England, the autumn season is the time of year for raking leaves and cleaning up twigs, branches, and any other yard debris left from hurricane season. It can be time-consuming trying to pick up various pieces, make piles of leaves and debris, bag, and dispose of it all. However, instead of bagging up a bunch of individual piles, why not spread out a tarp on your lawn, rake your leaves as well as any other debris on top of it, tie up the corners when you're done so it's one huge bag, and haul it to the curb for trash pickup. The best part is that if you aren't strong and have difficulty lifting bags, you could simply slide the entire tarp over to the curb, tie up the corners when you get there so you won't have to do any heavy lifting. If you have any copper bottom pots and pans, you know how hard it is to keep them shiny and bright. But if you clean those pans with a mixture of salt and vinegar, you'll be amazed by the chemical reaction that happens right before your eyes as the original copper color begins to reappear. Then, with a little light scrubbing to complete the cleaning, your copper pots and pans will look as good as new. We try our best to keep food particles from going down the drain, but sometimes a little bit slips through that we aren't able to catch, and nothing is worse than having to plunge or snake a clogged drain, especially if it produces odors. However, enzyme drain cleaning sticks are an inexpensive, effortless, and toxic-free solution. All you have to do is drop one stick down the drain monthly for regular maintenance, and this helps to break down food, grease, hair, or any other organic substances to prevent clogging. Plus, it leaves your drain smelling fresh and clean. We don't drink coffee in our household, but we purchase coffee grounds to use in the trash if we're throwing out organic garbage that might produce odors. The coffee aroma masks any unpleasant smells, and this is great for our noses, but also it prevents little critters like raccoons from being tempted to dig through our trash barrels outside. Have you ever received a piece of mail that you've tried to return to the sender, but it just keeps coming back to you no matter what you write on the envelope or how many times you return it? The reason this keeps happening is because when mail initially arrives to its postal facility, it gets scanned through a machine and receives a barcode on it that represents its destination. So even though you're sending back the mail with specific written instructions, you need to take a marker and blacken out the barcode completely so the post machines won't keep reading the same barcode and sending it back to you at its original intended address. Also, turn over the envelope and look very closely, because sometimes on the back side you may find a very faint barcode in a light pink color, almost invisible to the eye. Blacken that one out too. Then, when you send the mail back and the machines don't detect a barcode when scanned, a new one will be generated based upon the information that you've written on the envelope, whether it's returned to sender or a new forwarding address. Dana and I have learned that zipper plastic bags have a lot more uses than we could have imagined. For example, if you're traveling or moving to a new residence, storing your liquid products and cosmetics in a zipper plastic bag will help to prevent spillage if there are any leaks, loose caps, or accidentally opened lids. Most people take their mobile devices everywhere, including to the beach or poolside. With so much water splashing around, this could be disastrous if your device gets wet. However, if you put it inside of a zipper plastic bag, it will be protected from moisture, and you'll still be able to clearly view and effectively access your touchscreen. You can't always predict a power outage, but more often than not, we usually get some type of advance warning of an impending storm from our weather forecasters. One big and costly concern is the loss of valuable food and beverages in the refrigerator during a power loss. Rather than running out to the store to buy bags of ice, you can fill small, medium, or large zipper plastic bags with water and freeze them. Then, if you lose power, these ice packs will help to keep your items cold in the refrigerator or freezer. Small pieces of ice melt more quickly, leaving your food to spoil before long. But these larger blocks of ice in the zipper bags will take much longer to melt, and this could help reduce food spoilage until the power is restored. This is also helpful to do if your fridge isn't functioning properly and you need to wait for repairs, or you need to transfer your foods to a portable cooler until you're able to get a new replacement fridge. Dana and I didn't learn this hack until we lost quite a bit of food and spent a few dollars replacing it. But we know now, and we'll be better prepared if the need should ever arise again. If you don't have a cookie jar and the bag of cookies or crackers you purchased didn't come in a resealable bag, a large zipper plastic bag will keep your snacks contained and fresh without taking up too much space. We all have room in our lives for a little more organization, whether we're lacking in storage or we just need something to enhance accessibility. When you have limited space on your vanity table or bathroom counter for your makeup items, a Lazy Susan will be just what you need. You can put items on the bottom half and on top. I usually put my glass containers for makeup brushes on top because they're taller. Then I simply spin it around to access whatever I need quickly and easily. Over-the-door hooks and racks are perfect when you don't have the space to hang towel racks or you don't have a handy spot to store your ironing board. Of course, I try not to iron whenever possible, but sometimes it's unavoidable and I need my iron to be in an easy-to-reach location that doesn't take up too much space. Hanging it on one of these over-the-door racks inside of a closet door keeps it out of sight, but easy to find when I need it. The same applies for over-the-door shoe organizers. This is a great way to store your shoes, or use the pockets to store other items. If you reside in a modestly sized living space with limited seating area and storage, you can solve this problem with one item, a storage ottoman. The right ottoman will provide extra seating, storage for items that you want to keep out of the way, and some have a flip lid that doubles as a coffee table surface. Multifunctional furnishings like this are so helpful and they look great at the same time. Have you ever noticed a gap between the bottom of your door and the floor? This kind of space can create cold drafts or be an invitation for spiders to come visit. But I've got an easy fix. Just pick up a draft protector from your local hardware store and simply slide it onto the bottom edge of your door. This will keep out the spiders, the drafty air, and it will help prevent your door from slamming when you close it. Speaking of spiders, if you heard a scream late in the night, it might have been me when I was surprised by a spider or centipede that found a way in. As far as I'm concerned, if it's not paying rent here, then it can't stay. A friend told me to mix some water and vinegar in a spray bottle and just spray around the entryways and other spaces where a spider might get in. I was a little skeptical, but apparently they don't like vinegar. However, I also discovered that the moisture from spraying around the door with the vinegar made the door swell and difficult to open or close. This is something that occasionally happens with wooden doors during hot temperatures with high humidity or moisture from long periods of rain. People are tempted to shave their doors a bit to make them close more easily, but once the humidity outside subsides or the moisture on your door dries up, the door will go back to normal, and you'll have shaved it for nothing, creating unnecessary or problematic gaps. Instead, try something easier. Grab a bar of soap that you don't plan to use for anything else and rub it on the inside of your door frame as well as around the edges of your door. The soap will make it open and close with less effort until the door swelling goes back down again. Just keep the soap in a place where you can find it to use again if necessary. These are only a few of the life hacks that we use which really have worked well for us. We hope that maybe they'll make life easier for you too. Thank you for watching. If you click on more in the description section below right above the comments, you'll find links and information about our channel and today's show. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying our show. And I hope that you'll visit again to take a look through our rose-colored glasses. Until next time.